Good evening to all my wonderful viewers out there. Welcome back to our weekly podcast series, Sneakers and Stuff, where we discuss the latest sneaker news, the latest streetwear news, and just, well, sneakers and streetwear in general. In today's episode, episode 2, we're going to be discussing various things like recent drops, upcoming drops, and upcoming latest news and rumors. In today's episode, more specifically, we're going to be covering things like the recently released fall-winter collaboration between Moncler and Undefeated. We're going to cover that Maison Margiela has released new sneakers inspired by vintage pairs of Jordan 4s. We're also going to be covering things like the Travis Scott McDonald's collaboration, because that's going to be a thing. Yes, we've got so much stuff to cover. Hopefully you'll stick around for all of it. And let's start off by jumping into our first segment in episode 2 today. Yes, guys, welcome. Welcome back to our weekly podcast series that I do, or try to do, every Sunday since last week. We're only at episode 2, so don't worry. We've got heaps of episodes to do with all the upcoming Sundays, where we talk about the, latest sneaker news, latest streetwear releases, just sneakers and streetwear in general. It's the best place to come to find the latest sneaker news, latest streetwear news, and just a good friendly place to talk about sneakers and streetwear. In today's episode, we've got a lot to cover. As you can see, I have written down a lot of things that we have to talk about that have both recently released and are going to release soon. So we're going to break the episode up into, I think we have 7 segments today. Just to reconfirm, I think it's 7. Yes, 7 segments today that we're going to break the episode up into. We have segment number 1, which is going to be Sunday's Best Dressed. I'll do an outfit for Sunday, and if you guys have any outfits that you recently posted on Instagram and want showcased on this series, send them my way in my Instagram DMs. Just forward me the photo from your Instagram. Hashtag Sunday's Best Dressed as the message that you'll send me, and if you want a breakdown of what you wore. That'll be our first segment where I'll do an outfit, and unfortunately we don't have any submissions by you guys this week, but hopefully in the next coming weeks you guys will get around it and we'll have some fan submissions as well. Segment 2 is going to be dedicated to a segment I like to call Heat on My Feet, where I talk about what shoes I have been wearing recently and what retros I have been really enjoying. Moving on, we have segment number 3, which is recent releases, where we talk about the recent releases that's happened in the sneaker and streetwear world. I'll do essentially a little brief summary of what they are, and maybe if it's a collection, my favorite piece from that recently released collection there. Segment number 4, we'll talk about streetwear and fashion news and rumors. So big things that are happening in the fashion world, big things that are happening in the streetwear world, and if there's any rumors to do with upcoming releases in both of those two worlds, we'll cover them there in segment number 4. Moving on, at segment number 5, we have, if we just did fashion and streetwear, at segment number 5 we will have sneaker news and rumors. So if there is a planned release happening in the end of 2020 or at the start of 2021, we will cover it there in segment 5, which is sneaker news and rumors. Moving on, we have segment number 6, which is upcoming streetwear and fashion releases. That's where we'll cover all the upcoming releases that are either going to be happening this week or next week. I want to say all of them, but you know how it is, there's shock drops and things like that, so sometimes we don't get to cover all the releases that are happening that week. So it'll just be a generalized list of things to look out for that are releasing this week and potentially next week. And last but not least, at segment number 7, we have obviously sneaker releases, where we cover all the upcoming sneaker releases, or at least most of them that we can cover that are going to be releasing this week and or next week. Now, of course, if you guys want me to keep doing upcoming episodes of Sneakers and Stuff, don't forget to leave a big old like on this video, a comment in the comment section down below, and a subscribe to the channel, as we are trying to hit our new milestone of 2,700 subscribers before the end of September. Hopefully, with your guys' continuous support, we can reach that milestone before the month ends. But that's all we have to say. Those are the 7 segments that we're going to cover. So now we will head on over to our first segment, which is Sunday's Best Dressed, and I'll showcase to you guys an outfit that I decided to pick and wear for today on Sunday. So let's start it off. Segment number 1, Sunday's Best Dressed, where, I thought let's just have a little bit of fun and I'll dress myself up in an outfit, and if you guys have recent fit pics that you've been doing, you can send them my way and I can feature them on this episode. Now, as mentioned in last week's episode, it was kind of relying on any of you guys sending me any of those outfits. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but that's okay. I'll just dress up myself. So if you guys do want to, enter into Sunday's Best Dressed in the podcast series, send it my way in Instagram. If you scroll on down, my Instagram link will be down below, and you can forward me a fit pic that you've recently done. Hashtag Sunday's Best Dressed is the message you just have to send me alongside that photo, and if you want a breakdown of what you're wearing. But we'll now dive into what I wore this Sunday and why I chose to wear it and why I chose to come up with this outfit. So let's begin with that and dive into the outfit that I am currently wearing. So yes guys, for the 6th of September 2020, for Sunday's Best Dressed, I am wearing just a simple champion black reverse weave hoodie with a Guess Kenneth red satin bomber jacket. This was a jacket that I picked up in, I would say, fall winter, I want to say 2019. I'm a big fan of this jacket. I really love the straps. Not necessarily the straps, but the lacing that goes all the way around it. It's a really, really nice little added detail that goes all the way around the jacket. I love the metal detailing that is on the jacket, the silver zip and the 4 silver zips on the upper chest here as well. They work very, very well with the Alix Studios jewelry that I always wear, because I just absolutely love Matthew M. Williams' designs. I've simply just matched it with a pair of 501 Levi's black, obviously, mainly so your eyes are focusing on the shininess of the jacket and the red jacket itself. I've comboed these with a pair of 2013 black toes. It's a perfect Jordan silhouette. Dry-fit socks to work with it, white on white, just so it looks really nice there. My plan was to originally go with more of a bread styled fit. Just looking at that, the color combination works really well there. I was gonna go with just some bread 1s. If I had the bread 4s, I would have done the bread 4s instead. I was even almost tempted to, instead of use the black toes, I was gonna go with the fire red 5s that we recently unboxed on the channel, but that is it. That is my Sunday's Best Dressed. I absolutely love the fit. The Kenneth Guess jacket, I think, is the thing that really ties it together with the sneakers as well. But that is it. You gotta dress up for Sunday, right? You gotta get your best dressed fit for Sunday. We'll now move on though to segment number 2, which is Heat on My Feet, the segment where we talk about, sneakers that I have recently been enjoying over the past week. As I mentioned, guys, if you guys want to feature in that series where, we can talk about an outfit that you recently did, just post it on Instagram, send it my way, and then we can feature you in Sunday's Best Dressed. Now, on top of that, we've got to move on to our next segment, which is Heat on My Feet. And the outfit basically spoiled it, I think. But I did build the whole outfit around the pair of sneakers. And the pair of sneakers that I'm going to put in episode 2 is the 2013 Black Toes. I have been enjoying these over this past week, guys. Now, the 2013 Black Toes are not my ideal black toe retro. If you guys didn't know, the black toe Jordan 1s retroed in 2013, 2016, and then they also got a women's satin release very recently as well. Now, the 2013 ones are not the most ideal black toe retro because the leather and the overall quality of it is not as good as the 2016 retro. Unfortunately though, at the time when I picked these up, there wasn't a 2016 retro of it available in my size, so I had to go with the 2013 retro instead. But I have been enjoying it this week. It is a very different feeling Jordan 1, as the overall silhouette and cut of it is very different from a modern Jordan 1. The colorway is just a classic. It's literally one of the OG colorways, one of the original colorways that released in 1985. I absolutely love it. What I thought is really crazy, this is just like a thing that Jordan 1 collectors will instantly notice. So obviously the size tags for Jordan 1s are normally right in the actual shoe here, right down the bottom, near where the actual inner sole is. But on this 2013 Black Toe Retro, the size tag was actually on the tongue there. You can just see it where my finger is there. The size tag is there. I thought that was very interesting. Maybe some of you guys didn't know that, but yeah, the 2013 Jordan 1s had the size tag in a different location. A crazy little detail that you might have not noticed. And as I was talking about, the actual shape of the 2013 black toes is very different from a modern day Jordan 1. The heel tab here is a lot thinner than your modern Jordan 1. It's just the little things, you know, it's the little things that you notice. Also on the tongue, if we're just speaking about minor differences that have changed in the recent years, the actual, how would I put it, little lace thingy here that you thread your laces through, in modern day Jordan 1s, it's actually a part of the tongue. I don't know if I can use one of these as an example. So, example with these bread Jordan 1s, you thread it through the actual tongue itself. You can't really see it being highlighted. Oh, you can kind of see the foam there. Yeah, so modern day Jordan 1s, you thread the laces through the tongue. On these 2013 black toes, it was actually just an extra panel that was stitched on top of the tongue that you would then thread the laces through. Very different, again, minor details, but yeah, no, I've just really been enjoying the colorway of these recently. They're just a really solid shoe. The leather is really tough, so it takes a while to break in. Like you guys can see, I've worn it all week. I've been wearing these for months and they barely break in. It's just a really tough material. But yes, for this week, for heat on my feet, it's gonna go to the black toe Jordan 1s. Absolutely love these shoes. Let me know what you've been wearing in the past week and what retros you've really been enjoying as of late, guys, down in that comment section below. But that is segment 2 of the podcast. We'll now move on to segment 3, which is the recent releases. So let's move into it. Segment 3. Recent releases. So, what has been releasing in the streetwear, fashion, and sneaker worlds that we have to pay attention to? Well, on Friday, September the 4th, 2020, we got the debut of the Bape Antisocial Social Club collaboration. Unfortunately, because I work like 40 hours a week, I didn't get time to cover it in its own streetwear talk video. If you guys want me to cover it in a streetwear talk video post its release, I can definitely do that for you guys. But yes, on Friday it got its initial debut. My fears to do with that release is I was wondering if the pieces were gonna get made on Bape quality pieces or Antisocial Social Club quality pieces, and I was really hoping that it was going to be on Bape quality pieces. I had a look at the pieces after they released on the Antisocial Social Club web store, and they had Bape tags on them. The relief when I saw that, I tell you. The main thing is that Antisocial Social Club prints on primarily independent, and from what I've seen, sometimes Gildan hoodies. They're really cheap. You can buy independent blank hoodies, Gildan blank hoodies for less than 10 bucks. They're very cheap hoodies. They fray really quickly, they wear really quickly. They're just horrible all around. So when I saw that they're printing on Bape hoodies, I was actually just really happy to see that we're getting an Antisocial Social Club release on good quality hoodies. As I said, it released on Antisocial Social Club's web store on the initial debut of September 4th. Then it also released in store in Bape's Harajuku store on the Saturday in Japan. So if you live in Japan, you got a little bit of an, local release as well. I thought that was very nice. Moving on, we have our second recent release, which is one of the highlights of today's episode, which is the Moncler Undefeated collaboration that is releasing this fall-winter 2020 season. So Moncler, the famous French fashion brand, collaborated with Undefeated, a brand that I actually wasn't expecting Moncler to collaborate with. They released a variety of pieces, including tees and outwear. The most, noticeable and highlighted piece of that whole collaboration was this olive green quilted jacket. It was very well done. They basically co-branded and replaced the Moncler O with the Undefeated logo. It was very well done. I like the outwear in the collection, but if you're looking to pick any of those pieces up post the release, they released at HBX and various other stockists like that. But just be warned, because it's a Moncler collaboration, get ready for the Moncler prices. Moving on, at the third recent release, we have the Adidas Yeezy Quantum Quantum colorway. Now you're probably like, Daniel, what the hell are you on about? Well, yesterday, September the 5th, Saturday, we got a release of the Adidas Yeezy Quantum in the Quantum colorway. I know, Kanye makes it nice and easy to remember these things. The Yeezy Quantum has now released in 2 colorways in total. We saw the original colorway, which is the Barium colorway, I think that was how it was pronounced. We saw that earlier on this year, and now we're seeing the second colorway that released on Saturday, which is the Quantum colorway, a lighter take on the Yeezy Quantum. And again, I know Kanye does not make it easy to explain this. The shoe is called the Yeezy Quantum, and it's got a Quantum colorway, just in case you're still confused. Released for a retail price of $250 US, which is yikes. But it's a full-length Boost basketball styled shoe, so I mean, I can understand why it cost as much, but that is our third release that happened recently, which is the Quantum colorway for the Adidas Yeezy Quantum. Moving on, just some things that released later on last week. We had the Supreme Nike Fall Winter 2020 collaboration that released as part of Supreme's second week of their Fall Winter collection. It was a very nice little collaboration. A lot of people are really excited, or at least really hyped for the the reversible jackets. Because of my aesthetic, I wasn't really gravitating towards them. As I mentioned in the drop list video for that, I wasn't really feeling them just because it's not something I would wear. I was more gravitating towards the crew neck sweaters. They were definitely the pieces that I was more feeling from that collaboration there. But yes, just thought I'd mention it in this podcast episode as well. We got a Supreme Nike collaboration for Supreme's Fall Winter 2020 collection. Moving on, for our 5th release, we had a Palace Looney Tunes collaboration. This released for the 5th week of Palace's Autumn 2020 collection. I honestly got to say, it was a little bit underwhelming. In the collection, all we got was Sylvester and Tweety Bird styled pieces on primarily denim pieces and a couple caps as well. I thought it was quite underwhelming. If you're collaborating with Looney Tunes, I kind of expect you to do what Ronnie Fieg did with Kith and do pieces with all the characters and stuff like that. It just felt a little bit bare, only doing a Looney Tunes collaboration and only having 2 of the characters in it. It just didn't feel right. But if you are interested, it released last week. A lot of it sold out straight away because there's obviously a lot of Looney Tunes fans out there, but yeah, it just wasn't really hitting it off with me. Moving on, we have the 4444 September 4th drop. That is the drop that recently just happened on the Saturday. Well, sorry, it happened on the Friday, but for me, with time zones and whatnot, it released on the 5th on the Saturday. It had some crazy pieces in it, and most of them didn't really appeal to me. It had a Britney Spears styled piece. It had a Nostalgia Ultra piece as well that I didn't mind too much. Obviously, Frank Ocean's, mixtape. And the piece that I thought was the most appealing out of the whole collection there was the Tyler, the Creator Wolf tapestry crewneck sweater. We did a recent copped or dropped, which is essentially a live cop video of it just then today. So if you want to go check that out, you can. But yes, 4444 released a new drop on September 4th. It was quite cool. I'm sure there's a piece there that was for someone, I'm sure there's a piece there that at least somebody could enjoy. I don't think there was piece that you wouldn't be able to find you couldn't enjoy in some way, shape or form. But that release there, the next drop is looking to happen on September the 14th, but it won't be confirmed until we know. It was a very nice little drop, and my favorite piece from that was the Wolf tapestry crewneck sweater. Moving on, we have a bit of a strange one. Well, it is a highlight of the episode that we do need to speak about. So the 7th recent release that we need to cover in today's segment is the Maison Margiela sneakers called the 35mm's that are inspired by vintage Air Jordan 4s. So this isn't the first time we've seen them. They released about, I want to say 2 weeks ago, in a fire red Jordan 4 colorway initially, but now in like the past couple days we've received our second colorway of it, which is the bread colorway of these Maison Margiela sneakers. Now these sneakers have cracked midsoles to replicate 1989 Air Jordan 4s. As you guys may or may not know, the Air Jordan 4 from 1989, if you have a pair in today's world in 2020, the midsoles crack because the material just it oxidizes and then just falls to pieces. But so Maison Margiela literally designed a new sneaker surrounding that whole aesthetic, having like a cracked looking midsole, a vintage look, and it was really bulky. It's a really interesting sneaker. The only issue is its retail price, in my opinion. So if you love it, if you think this Maison Margiela, you know, take on vintage Air Jordan 4s is amazing, I hope you have a lot of money stashed away to pick up a pair. They're available now on a lot of high-end boutiques for a retail price of $990 US. Yes, you heard me right. These Maison Margiela cracked looking shoes that are inspired by Air Jordan 4s are $990 US. I mean, again, maybe if you're ballin', that's nothing, but I mean, for the average Joe, a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So look, at that point I think I would just go pick up a pair of just normal Air Jordan 4s. But if you want to spend that extra cash and get a Maison Margiela pair, well, there you go. They're available now. I would love to know how you guys feel about that in the comment section below though. Last but not least, this release happened ahead of everyone else getting it. So Australia over the past couple days recently got the Dunk Low Community Gardens for 150 Australian dollars. These haven't released yet worldwide, but certain regions like Australia, who have smaller quantities, got it released quicker and earlier than the other places in the world. The rest of you guys will be getting a later release, which we will also cover in the in this episode today. But I thought I'd just mention it as a recent release. Australia got the Nike Dunk Low Community Gardens for 150 AUD quite recently. I think it's a very nice looking dunk. It's very cool. And yeah, that rounds off our recent releases segment, guys. So that is segment 3, the recent releases in the streetwear, fashion, and sneaker world. We'll move on now to segment number 4, which is streetwear news and rumors. Okay, segment 4, guys, of today's episode, streetwear news and rumors, where we cover recent streetwear and fashion collections that I've been enjoying and loving, and rumors to do with upcoming collections that we are apparently getting in the future. There unfortunately isn't much to cover that I have seen this week. We've got the rumor that with the Travis Scott McDonald's collaboration, yes guys, if you are not caught up, Travis Scott and McDonald's is collaborating this week. We have some rumors that apparel is releasing. I know that the McDonald's employees have custom uniforms for this event, I suppose. We are allegedly gonna get some apparel as well. I reckon it'll release on Travis Scott's store page, as like a shock drop or something like that. But that is one of the rumors that I just thought I'd mention this week. No confirmation, no idea on what pieces would release. I assume probably just a bunch of graphic tees or something like that. But yeah, there is the alleged rumor that we're gonna get some Travis Scott McDonald's apparel, and that's our first item that we're gonna cover in our streetwear news and rumors. And secondly, we'll move on to our apparent rumor that we're gonna get another Nike Stussy collaboration. So yes guys, if you didn't hear the news, Nike and Stussy are collaborating once again to give us a new pair of sneakers. They are doing some Air Forces, which we'll cover later on with more images. Apparently there's some more rumors that more apparel is going to be released as part of that Nike Air Force release. Every single time Stussy and Nike have collaborated together in the past 12 months, they've always released apparel alongside the sneakers that they release in these collaborations. So get ready for that. We're apparently going to get some new Nike Stussy apparel alongside the Nike Air Forces that are allegedly releasing. So I don't know what to expect from it. I would assume hoodies, crew neck sweaters, tees, just your like generic stuff like that. But who knows, they could blow us out of the water and do things like a, I don't know, like a varsity jacket or trench coat or something like that. Unfortunately, that's it for the rumors and news in the streetwear segment, which is part 4, guys. I haven't been looking at any recent collections. Normally I would mention like a recently released or an upcoming collection that I would be super keen on that you guys should definitely check out, but none this week, unfortunately. Just a bunch of streetwear rumors, but we'll press forward. We'll press on. So we'll move on now to segment number 5, which is upcoming. Sneaker news and sneaker rumors. So let's go head on over now and start talking about some upcoming sneakers that are releasing, or at least rumored to release. So yes, unfortunately, because of how I've set up all these segments for the series, we kind of talked about the Nike Stussy rumor with the apparel for the actual sneakers, and the sneakers are at least confirmed, or at least we have images of it. So yes, segment 5, the sneaker news and rumors that have appeared this week. Starting that off, we're going to talk about the Stussy X Nike Air Force 1s. So these have been propping up all over Instagram. Allegedly, we are getting 2 new pairs of Nike Stussy sneakers in this new release. It's going to be a pair of Air Forces. Apparently, they're made of hemp, which is going to be an interesting material choice. They come in 2 colorways, a very light beigey brown, I would say, and also a black as well by the looks of it. No confirmed release dates, nothing like that. We honestly don't know, but a very interesting take on the Air Force 1s. I've been really enjoying the Nike Stussy collaborations that have happened this year and last year, so honestly, keep it going. Keep it going, Nike and Stussy, but that is our first sneaker rumor and news for this week in segment 5. We'll now move on to our second rumor, which, I don't know, might surprise some of you guys. So our next sneaker rumor is that apparently in 2021, we are going to get the Yeezy 450. Yep, it's been renamed. It used to be the 451s, but I don't know. I guess we're not allowed to have Yeezys without, numbers that can be divided by 10, I suppose, in the names or something like that. But yeah, we are getting the Yeezy 450s. We saw Kanye wear them recently this year. It's a very interesting silhouette. It's a very interesting one. It's one that like name a shoe that looks like the 450s, right? Like it's super unique. But yeah, apparently according to Pirates, or Pirates, however you want to pronounce the Instagram page, we are getting a release of them in February 2021. Moving on, we've got another Yeezy rumor. Allegedly, at the end of this year, probably around December 2020, we are getting some new colorways of the Yeezy Foam Runners, the pair of shoes that that Kanye released halfway through this year, that are made from algae and are made in the United States as part of Kanye's new mission to bring production back to the United States when it comes to sneakers in this particular case. A very awesome program that I'd love to see him expand. Apparently we are going to see that program continue in December with more foam runners being released in these wacky, crazy colors. Again, this is just a rumor, no solid evidence. Pirates says that they're releasing in December. I don't know how I feel about the colorways that have been showcased to us so far. I mean, I like the colorway that releases the first colorway, but if Pirates is right and they are releasing all these wacky colorways in December, I mean, that's been the the bloody the Yeezy releases as of late, right? Like the colorways are kind of just, or at least that's how I feel about them anyway. But yeah, at item number 3 in our sneaker news and rumors, it's going to be the new Yeezy Foam Runner colorways that are releasing in December 2020. And last but not least, our final segment, our final piece of information, our final rumor that we have in segment 5 is that we are apparently getting a pair of Nike Dunk Low Undefeated, a pair of Nike Dunk Lows in collaboration with Undefeated in early 2021. So around February, I think, or just earlier on in the year. This will be interesting. It looks like Undefeated is really coming out of their shell in 2020 and 2021 and just collaborating with everyone out there that's really big in the scene at the moment. I mean, as we just talked about in segment 3 with recent releases, if they can collaborate with Moncler, I suppose anything's possible, right? Like they can do anything they want. But yes, that rounds it off. That rounds off segment number 5, sneaker news and rumors, guys. Lots of crazy stuff, lots of new Yeezys apparently coming out, and lots of new Nike stuff coming our way as well. But we'll move on now to segment number 6, which is going to be upcoming streetwear releases. And moving on to our 6th segment, guys, upcoming streetwear releases. So to start it off with, we'll do our basic, weekly drops. So this week we'll start off at item number 1 in our upcoming streetwear releases. We have Supreme Week 3 as part of their Fall Winter 2020 collection. Because it's Sunday, because it's so early in the week, we have no rumors for what week 3 could have in store for us. Could be a collaboration, could just be some crazy pieces like the BOGO that we saw teased to us in the lookbook. It could release this week. I seriously doubt it though. That's more of like an end of season kind of item that they would release. But yeah, no, week 3 is happening this 10th of September on Thursday. Hopefully we get some awesome pieces that release this week, and we'll definitely be covering that in a drop list episode. And of course, another release that we have to cover this week is that Palace is doing another release as part of their Autumn 2020 program. They will be doing week 6. That'll release on Friday, 11 a.m. British Standard Time, 11th of September. No rumors on what it could be or what's going to release in it, as it's just too early on to tell. But I'll definitely be covering that in another drop list video, guys. So stay tuned for when we cover Palace's upcoming week. And of course, because it's Sunday, that unfortunately means that tomorrow is Monday, which means there's a new Kith release. It would also normally mean that there's a new Del Schutzer release, but just looking at Del Schutzer's web store, it doesn't look like they've got a timer on it, so I don't think we're getting a release this Monday. But yes, instead of a Del Schutzer release, we are getting a Kith Monday program. It hasn't been confirmed yet, it hasn't been teased to us. They have been teasing their upcoming collaboration with Calvin Klein a lot. Like, I'm talking, it's all that's on their story and everything like that. I don't know if that's releasing this Monday or next Monday. It's kind of hard to tell at the moment. We might get maybe like a taster tomorrow, and then we get the full collection a week later, but hard to say. I'll see if I can cover it in a streetwear talk video for you guys, but I mean, Monday means I gotta work, so we're just gonna have to see if I can cover it there. But yes, this Monday the 7th of September, we will be getting a new Kith Monday program. Moving on for another Monday release, a release that maybe some of you guys will really be fond of, maybe you won't. We are getting a Uniqlo x DC Comics x Jean-Michel Basquiat collaboration, if that's how you pronounce his name. Basquiat? Jean-Michel Basquiat, or however you pronounce the contemporary designer. His really early designs or really early drawings that feature DC characters are getting printed on some Uniqlo hoodies and pieces like that. It honestly, it was very out of nowhere. I'm actually kind of keen for one of the pieces from that, which is the Joker hoodie. I actually thought his drawing of the Joker was very, very well done. Uniqlo, an amazing brand that we always praise on the channel for their quality and price points. This is releasing on Monday, the 7th of September. I'm looking forward to it because, I mean, it just means good quality hoodies for a good price with some nice little artwork on it. I mean, what can you say about it that's going to be bad, right? So that is releasing this September 7th. Stay tuned for, I might be able to do a streetwear talk video on it. Depends. It really depends. It really depends. But yeah, definitely keep your eyes and ears out for that. It is releasing this Monday. Moving on, another Monday release. I know, Monday is just chockers this week, right guys? We just got so much stuff releasing. So we are getting a Chinatown Market Lacoste collaboration. That was out of nowhere as well. I didn't see that coming. That is coming on the 7th, so Monday, on Chinatown Market store page. And then 2 days later, on the 9th, it's then releasing on Lacoste's store page. So if you miss out on Chinatown Market store page, you can just wait 2 days and then you can pick it up at, I assume, probably some Lacoste physical retail stores, but definitely Lacoste's online store as well. There isn't too much here that's really appealing to me. It's just not really my type of vibe, and it's not really releasing pieces that I would normally wear, but maybe it's for you. Let me know if you guys are keen on that collection. But yeah, no, that is a pretty crazy release. We'll move on to our final bit of news that we have for our streetwear releases as part of our episode today. And that, of course, is that we are getting a Fragment Designs Jordan Brand collaboration. Yes, guys, so if you didn't know, Fragment Designs, the I would say brand is probably the best way to put it. The brand that is owned by Hiroshi Fujiwara, the grandfather of Japanese streetwear. He is collaborating with Jordan Brand to release a bunch of clothing because we are, I don't want to spoil it, getting a new pair of sneakers between Jordan Brand and Hiroshi Fujiwara. So big news. This is releasing on, I think it is the 17th. It is 17th. Pretty sure it's the 17th. It's a little while away. But I just thought I'd fill you in with that. I will probably do a streetwear talk video to cover all the pieces that are releasing in that collection, as it's a pretty big monumental collection there. But yes, exciting stuff. Hiroshi Fujiwara, Jordan Brand, 2020. Crazy stuff. But that rounds off our streetwear releases in segment 6, guys. So we'll turn the page over and move on to segment number 7, which is our upcoming sneaker release. And moving on to our final segment for this week's episode, guys, we have our upcoming sneaker releases. So to start it off with, we have our first release that we're going to be covering, which is on the Nike Dunk Low Community Garden colorway. As I mentioned before in this episode, it already released in Australia for $150 US, but it is going to release in other regions around the world on September 10th for $100 USD. I think the retail price is, if my math serves me well, it should be 100 or 110. I'm more feeling 100. It'll be the generic Nike Dunk Low price. It's a very nice colorway. Hopefully before it's released, we'll be able to get a sneaker talk video out about it, but we'll just have to see about that one. Moving on to the second release, we have a collaboration happening this week. We have the Nike Air Force 1 Low Cactus Plant Flea Markets in the all-white colorway, releasing this September 10th for $130 US. Now, it has been leaked to us that apparently we are getting a black pair. No real release date for that. I mean, I was thinking of covering it here, but we have a confirmed release of the white pair, so I thought that would be a better one to talk about. 130 USD. It has, I think it's Sunshine written around the side of it, kind of like how the up tempos are, but on a pair of Air Forces. It's very weird. Let me know if it appeals to you guys. It has 3M detailing, so you shine a light on it and it'll light up. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty wild. September 10th for 130 USD is the retail price for that release there. Moving on away from Nike for a second, we're going to move to its major competitor, which is Adidas or Adidas, whatever the hell you want to call it. They are releasing another shoe with Ninja. This is number 3, I think it is now. We had the Night Joggers last year. We had the, I want to say Superstars off the top of my head. Superstar, I think you got a pair of Superstars. And now shoe number 3, we're getting another pair of Night Joggers. The All Boost Runner, it's, I don't know. I don't have anything against him collaborating with Adidas, but running shoes for when you're doing probably the least amount of running in any sport ever. Okay. Okay. Anyway, it's releasing for 150 euros, which is estimated to be around 180 USD on September 10th. Moving on, we're going to cover some news that we also covered last week. At item number 4 in upcoming sneaker releases, we have the Oregon Duck 5s. These are releasing on September 12th. They are the general release of the player exclusive that released back in, I want to say 2014 off the top of my head. They are releasing for 225 US dollars on September 12th. I prefer the player exclusive. I think we all do, but if you like the colorway, you just want the colorway on the Jordan 5s, well, there you go. On the 12th of September, you guys can pick it up for 225 US dollars. And last but not least, we have the Air Jordan 1 Zoom Crater, the shoe that is releasing, that's made, the Air Jordan 1 Zoom shoe that's made out of recycled materials, just like the Space Hippie collections are. We're getting that released to us, or at least in America. It's already released in Australia, but other regions are getting it released to them on, I think it was the 11th of September there, for 175 US dollars. It might be loaded up on the sneakers app, so definitely let me know if you're in America and that's the case. But from Cop O'Clock, it looks like they're telling me that the Jordan 1 Zoom Crater colorway that's made out of the recycled materials is releasing on the 11th for 175 US dollars. But there you go. That is all the upcoming sneaker releases that I have for us in today's episodes. That's all the segments that we've done, guys. That's all 7 segments. So we did Sunday's Best Dressed, we did Heat on My Feet, we did the recent releases, we did streetwear news and rumors, sneaker news and rumors, and upcoming streetwear releases and upcoming sneaker releases, guys. So that'll wrap up today's episode. Let me know if you have any comments or thoughts and opinions on anything that we've covered in today's episode, what you'd like to see being covered in, next week's episode. Let me know anything that you have to say about it down in that comment section below. And of course, guys, if you want me to continue doing the Sneakers and Stuff series, don't forget to leave a big old like on this video, a comment in the comment section down below, and a subscribe to the channel, as we are trying to aim for our new milestone on the channel of 2,700 subscribers before the end of September. Hopefully, with your continuous support, with you telling 2 mates and then those 2 mates telling 2 further mates, we can hopefully hit that milestone of 2,700 subscribers before September ends. But that's everything I really have to say. That's our 7 segments done. That's episode 2 done on this very nice Sunday, guys. On Sunday, the 6th? The 6th of September 2020. So until the next Sneakers and Stuff episode, until the next Streetwear Talk episode, until the next Sneaker Talk episode, guys, I'll catch you later.